that great things are available to happen, and they will continue to happen. This man, I understand, will continue to commission projects till his last day in office. There are projects wide open all over the place. And that's why we should not be scared to have this men of integrity group. And I'm happy that my home governor is one, because, you know, he will try to imitate his friend and in-law, because we came here to marry for my governor, you know. So His Excellency Governor Wike will always threaten that he will call back his sister if my governor fails to play ball. And that's why if you see him following His Excellency, my governor is afraid, you know, of his wife being recalled. So please, I saw Governor Wike almost mad with people. We have kept people waiting for too long. I shall not keep you waiting further. You are invited for dinner, and it's almost getting late for dinner. Please enjoy your dinner.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the result controversially announced on March 1st, 2023. And Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was declared the winner of the election. Alhaji was the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, the ruling party in the country. But that announcement by the Independent National Electoral Commission has been challenged at the Presidential Election Petition Court, or Tribunal if you like, which delivered its judgment on Wednesday, September 6th, in which the courts declared that Alhaji Atiku was duly elected the president of the country. But Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, they disagree with that judgment, and they have headed to the Supreme Court to challenge that verdict by the Presidential Election Petition Court, and also, more importantly, to challenge the election of Alhaji Atiku, because they believe that he did not win the election, and that he was not even qualified to participate in the election. So it's now left for the Supreme Court to determine the fate of Nigeria in that matter, and the fate of Tinubu in particular. And having said that, you now know that everything is headed to the Supreme Court. And that video you watched is that of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Oriwoola. He was speaking at a banquet that was held in his honor by the River State government. Then, that was November 2022. It was a banquet held in his honor as Chief Justice of Nigeria by the then governor of River State, Nyesom Wike, who is now the Minister of the Federal Capital, Abuja. And we are going to get back to that particular video, because that particular video is at the center of our discourse. Because according to latest reports by the Punch newspaper, they are saying that barring any last-minute change of plan, that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Ariwoola, is likely to constitute the panel the panel of the Supreme Court that will hear the appeal that was filed or arising from the outcome of the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal which, as I said earlier on, the verdict was delivered on Wednesday, September 6th. Now, this report is to say that unless there's a last-minute change of things, that by Wednesday, the panel for the Supreme Court panel that will look into the petition by Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party will be constituted to move in quickly. Of course, you and I know that there is a time limit for all these adjudications, so there's a need to make sure that the time doesn't elapse and invalidate whatever will be done. So, and I think it's likely to happen that way. And it's likely to happen on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And given that scenario, already people are beginning to talk about the eligibility of Ariwoola being part of the panel. This came to light because of the Punch report I was talking about, where the Deputy National Youth Leader of the People's Democratic Party, Timothy Osadolo, has reportedly advised the Chief Justice of Nigeria not to be part of the panel of the Supreme Court that will review the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal or Court judgment. Osadolo stated this at the background of a statement credited to the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now he is making reference to that video you watched. He said that this is credited to this is as a result of the background of a statement credited to the CJN in the past, endorsing Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde's membership of the G5, a group made up of some aggrieved governors of the People's Democratic Party, opposed to Ayo's chairmanship of the PDP after Atiku emerged as the party's presidential candidate. In fact, these G5 governors, they are not only opposed to Ayo remaining as the national chairman of the party at the time, they were also particularly opposed to Atiku Abubakar emergence as the PDP presidential candidate. So this is a group that is biased against a major candidate that the Supreme Court is going to hear about his petition. So they are biased against Atiku Abubakar. So being biased against Atiku Abubakar and the Chief Justice of Nigeria endorsing this group automatically puts him in a position where he cannot be trusted to be fair to Atiku Abubakar in the judgment. But I will come to other matters also that has to do with this same Chief Justice and why this issue will be in the front burner in the next few weeks, in the next few days. Because if he constitutes this panel and he is inside it, there may be people who will agree with this Osadolo that he recuse himself. Okay? Now, this Osadolo was making reference in particular to this video you watched that happened in November 2022 when the Chief Justice of Nigeria was a special guest of honor. They held a special banquet for him in Rivers State, and he endorsed the G5, okay, the G5 so-called integrity group in the G5. At that time, if you recall, even the National Working Committee of the PDP criticized the CJN for what he considered a partisan utterances that he made at that banquet. It was something that was really unfortunate. Perhaps the CJN didn't understand the enormity of what he was saying at that occasion. Maybe he was carried away by the banquet that was held for him, and he began to play with words anyhow. And these are the hard fallout, because in that particular banquet and the video you watch, and you can see where he was saying that is why we should not be scared to have this men of integrity group. I am happy that my own governor, that's Makinde, is among them, because he will try to imitate his friend and in-law, because we came here to marry for my governor. So my governor, Governor Wike will always threaten that he will call back his sister if my governor fails to play ball. That's why you see him following His Excellency Wike, because my governor is afraid of his wife being recalled. Of course, he might have said this thing on a lighter note, but being the Chief Justice of Nigeria, in fact, justices of Nigeria should be seen and not heard at all times. That's my perception of somebody being a Chief Justice of Nigeria. He should be seen and not heard. He should not be seen to be hobnobbing with politicians in any shape or form. He should avoid, anybody who is a Chief Justice of Nigeria, to avoid this kind of issue about whether he should be part of the panel or not, is to avoid politicians as much as possible. A Chief Justice of Nigeria should be seen and not heard. He can only be heard from his rulings in the court, from his official statements on matters of justice, on matters of judiciary, and not be seen to dabble into politics, because that is where this thing was headed in the interpretation of many people. Because you know how contentious that issue of the integrity group was. That integrity group was instrumental to a lot of things that happened in the 2023 presidential election. And they were biased against Atiku Abubakar. So, which means by that action alone, the CJN could be seen to be against Atiku Abubakar, and the matter is going to be heard by the Supreme Court that concern Atiku Abubakar. Now, this Osadelo said that I will expect the CJN. That's in the report we sponsor. He said, I will expect the CJN after the gaffe wherein he exposed his partisan self with his declaration of support for the then G5 when he got too excited to recuse himself from any panel that is constituted for political reasons, particularly one as sensitive and important as the one to look into the Presidential Election Petition Court judgment that is contentious and vexatious for a wide range of reasons. He should not do anything to taint the image of our judiciary further. The whole world is watching, and he of all people should know better that his membership of the panel will raise several questions. So this youth leader of the PDP is saying that Ariwoola's membership of the panel will raise a lot of questions. Do you agree with him that it's likely to raise a lot of questions? while you debate on that, you can write it on the commentary box whether you think his membership of the Supreme Court panel will raise a lot of questions or not. And as you are doing that, let me use this opportunity to remind you that if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, this Osadola, the youth leader of the PDP, national youth leader of PDP, is not alone among those who are also concerned about Ariwoola's membership of Supreme Court panel. There have been several NGOs, which if you Google it, you'll see them online, who don't want him to be part of a panel like that. Okay, and some of the reasons they gave, remember, there was a time it was in the news that Ariwoola allegedly held a meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu in London. I hope you heard about it at that time. There was all kinds of rumor about Ariwoola having a meeting with Tinubu. That also forced the Supreme Court to issue a statement denying anything of that nature. Okay, now that kind of thing also raises suspicion and question his neutrality in the matters of this nature. So if he's close to Tinubu to the level that people are suspicious that he held a meeting with Tinubu in London, although he denied it, there was an official statement that was issued of him denying it. Okay, he denied it. But then the perception of the public is a different thing altogether. There may be official denial, but what is the perception of the public? Do the public believe him? His denial. So that's the issue, because justice is not only done, justice must be seen to have been done. So there is a need to ensure that whatever verdict that will come out of the Supreme Court should be able to give a judgment that people will have confidence in it, and they will not be thinking that because so and so was there, that was why the verdict swung in one way or the other. Okay, so that's another angle. And also, don't forget, there was also a time it was in the news again that there was a phone call between Ariwoola and Tinubu. So all these kind of issues are likely to be played up. And I'm sure even Ariwoola himself will be thinking about it. And my hunch is telling me that he's likely not to include himself among the panel of justices that will look into this matter. I just have that strong feeling that Ariwoola without even this be asked, he's likely not to include himself in the panel. It's likely not to include him, especially given all the attention that are being paid to the judiciary and all the allegations against him in terms of being fair, being anti, being close to, or being what's appropriate, of being close to Tinubu, so to say, because the issue of phone call and the issue of phone call and the issue of their having meeting in London and everything else are all boils down to suspicion that he had soft spots for Tinubu, who is a major contender in the matter that is going to be at the courts, at the Supreme Court. So that is it. And Ariwoola recusing himself is not even a new thing in Nigeria. Remember in 2019, Atiku Abubakar the then presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, also demanded that Justice Bukashua, who was the president of the appeal court at the time, that she recuse herself from his petition, because Atiku alleged that because of the closeness, because of the fact that her husband is a major chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, that she's likely to be biased against him. Of course, the woman recused herself. But at the end of the day, her recusing herself didn't help Atiku, because at the end of the day, the panel that she constituted still voted or passed judgment against Atiku Abubakar. So I don't know of what benefit this could be when you tell somebody, or the president of appeal court, or the Chief Justice of Nigeria, to recuse himself, whether it will actually make any much difference. But you know, perception is everything. So if there is a perception that the Chief Justice of Nigeria will not be fair in delivering verdicts on this matter, because this matter is so important, so critical to the future of democracy in Nigeria. Because right now in Nigeria, the democracy perception is very low in Nigeria right now. People feel that democracy has failed. People feel that democracy is not working. People feel that what is happening now is just the power of the might. Those who are now in charge, it's not that they use the barrel of the gun, but they use the barrel of money, intimidation, and everything, which is basically no different from the barrel of the gun in subduing the opposition and all that, intimidating them, even though it doesn't appear as if it's a barrel of the gun, but they seem to be no different from them when the will of the people are subverted, and they brazenly tell them to go to court, knowing that the court is not likely to give them justice. So that's why it is critical that the Supreme Court do the right thing, look at this matter, the 10 points for which they are demanding for Tinubu's election to be nullified and for him to be disqualified, that they should look at it critically so that people can be able to appreciate whatever verdict they will give. That is why many Nigerians are looking up to the Supreme Court to do the right thing. And doing that right thing means that they have to live above board. They have to deliver judgment no matter whose ox is God. So all eyes are on the judiciary. All eyes are on Ariwoola. What will he do? Is he going to be part of the panel, or is he going to recuse himself? Nigerians will soon know. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.